And boom, like that, we're live. Devin Adams, matchmaker for Island Fights, the amateur side. October 3rd, Saturday. You can see it in the background. Devin, how you doing, my man?
Hey, we're doing great over here. Checking.
How you doing in fake time?
Man, Central Time's the real time.
I don't know if you saw, we did the Tyler Hill interview for Icon setting up the main event, and that was our first question, talking about fake time and real time. We didn't even care about the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it was cool stuff. But
that's gonna be fight of the night, though. Tyler Hill and Parsons, they're gonna throw down for sure.
Dude, this whole card is so stacked for Icon. And we were talking about Island Fight 64, Saturday, October 3rd. We're selling tickets. We're making money. We're gonna have a lot of fighters come on through the whole show. Who goes live on a Monday during the day, man? We're degenerates.
Hey, we got to get the word out there for these fighters. We got a lot of good fighters on this card, so.
Okay, so to pull back the curtain off a little bit, you told me some of the card, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago maybe? And I was like, Devin, that is one of the greatest amateur fight cards I've ever heard of. Did it just all come to be? Why is this card so stacked?
There's a number of reasons. Number one is because it's Island Fights. So,
true.
I mean, Island Fights is going to put on the best cards no matter what. But number two, there's not a whole lot of shows going on. So I got people across the country reaching out to me. These are top level guys that want to progress their careers and get those last tough amateur fights in so they can go pro. So they want to fight, and they want to fight the best people they can.
Right. Gosh, so crazy. So if you want to start popping up some fighters, you can start making some fight announcements. You good?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, here we go. We're boom. Adonis, how you doing, my man?
Pretty good. I'm pretty good.
Dev, what's going down on the 3rd?
So we got Adonis Bonilla. He's going to fight Anthony Sager. Adonis, of course, coming from Jacob Kilburn's team. And Jacob's had nothing but great things to say about Adonis. So he said, we've talked to and watched some of Jacob's teammates like Xander fight in the main event, and even Adonis has fought for us in December of last year. But Xander, we've always said, was the best in the country at 45, right? Well, Jacob Kilburn came back and said, "Nah, Adonis is the best." So we're about to find out.
I like it, man. I like it. Well, another fighter just popped up, so we're gonna keep it really rolling. Adonis, man, how you doing? October 3rd's around the corner. It's crazy. Yeah. We're here. Football was just this past weekend. September's flying. The summer's flying. You doing good? How's everything in your world?
Pretty good. Thankfully, nobody's gotten sick in my family. Doing pretty good. Training's going really well. Feeling ready.
Sounds good, man. That's awesome. Dev, dude, that's a great fight. That's a real good fight. But I guess we'll keep it rolling. Let's add someone else in. And, man, I'm like producer/host right now. How you doing, my man?
Good, man. How y'all doing?
Doing great. So Dev, what's fight on this one?
This is Anthony. This is Adonis's opponent.
Woo!
So, what's up, dude?
Jacob Kilburn not Jacob Kilburn. Cam Navel has been telling me about Anthony for a while now too. He said he needs the toughest guys, so I found the toughest guy I could for him.
The toughest guy you could. Golly. So someone Kyler Taylor's like, "What's up, Adonis?"
What's up, Kyle?
When you guys say that, to me, I love that. I respect that. As the amateur level, you do want to fight the toughest tough. Like, there's no reason to get a tomato can as an amateur. You want to see where you're at. If you really want to make this your career and be a pro, well, I love that about both you guys. You're saying, yeah, we want to take tough competition. You guys fighting each other is a tougher fight than you fight in your first pro or second pro fight. So big ups to both you guys about that. Man. We got one more. I think we can go 5. You ready, Deb? We're going to try to go 5. You ready?
Who else we got? Oh, it's Tim Hester.
Yeah, Tim. How you doing, my man?
What's up, Tim?
Hey, how's it going, man?
We're going good. Tim's got another tough fight, too. His opponent's coming from Kansas. He's 6-2 at 155. This is Tim's first stop at 155 pounds. So we look forward to seeing that, especially with Tim. He's 3-1. his second fight with us, he wanted to fight. He called out Dumas in the heat of the moment.
I remember that.
Wanted to fight Dumas, and then of course Tim's a 55er, not an 85er. So we're keeping Tim on the right track. But don't make no mistake about it. Tim will fight Dumas in a heartbeat.
For sure, for sure. Tim, man, what trying to fight one of the best. SD now is fighting on Icon Fighting Federation. That's next weekend on UFC Fight Pass. You know, how many more, if you want to fight someone on that level, how many more amateur fights do you think you have underneath your belt? Oh, we lost him. He was scared going pro. I don't know. No, Tim's a good dude, man. Tim's a real good dude. That was one of the baddest fights. That was at Island Fight 63, Dev?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great fight by Tim. Donis, when was the last time you fought for Island Fights?
December last year.
December?
Yeah.
How many fights have you had since then?
I've only had one since
One.
then.
Okay.
Yeah. At 45.
45. Okay, we got Tim coming back, guys. Tim. It's 2020, man. We just punches, bro.
I guess
So what we were saying was, when do you feel good about turning professional?
My turning pro, I'll probably a couple fights under my belt. Hopefully, I can beat SD on the pro level. Me and him jawing back and forth.
Wow.
So I'd love to get my hands on.
I like it, man. I like it. Dude, it's coming in pretty staticky and whatever. We're going to let you go. We appreciate you coming through, Tim. We can't wait. October 3rd will be around the corner. All right, my man?
All right.
Later. There we go, man.
I wanted to know a little bit more about Anthony. I haven't got to meet him yet, but I just like for him to tell us a little bit about himself.
Yeah, man. I started wrestling real young, started training real young, and I've really just been growing up with my cousin, and he's been training me since I was just super young. And I really love just the sport, and I just like training. And this is really just all I've been doing, is training and fighting, and looking forward to the future and my career.
So what's your record right now for AMI?
I'm 7-1.
Woo. Dev, man, you finding studs, dude. Cam, remember in Columbus, Ohio, dude, Cam I thought was one of the best coaches in that building. If you remember, it was late last year. Columbus, Georgia.
Yeah, Cam has got to be him and Tim Hester's coach, Joseph Creer. They're the two best cornermen, like, I've heard in this region for sure.
Everything my coach says, he says it was his chest.
Yeah. He may only be 5'3", but he talks like he's 7'10", you know.
Jacob Killer Kilburn is messaging in now. It's been awesome. I don't know if you guys been seeing. I don't know, Don, especially if you've been keeping up with Jacob, dude. He is looking in fantastic shape. He's down there at American Top Team doing work. You know, he's pretty adamant about not flipping tires and really doing real techniques and real, wrestling and stuff. And Jacob keeps doing these arm things, and it's like he looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Total Recall. It's crazy, Dev.
Jacob's a really funny guy.
Yeah, he's the best, man.
Yeah.
Jacob needs to do some push-ups.
Stanley Tippins ain't fighting on the card, Dev?
No, Stanley actually is going to be making his pro debut the week afterwards. So he's going to be fighting for Strike Hard up in Tuscaloosa, making his pro debut finally. Really?
Oh, that's good for him, man. Dude, Stanley's been putting on some great shows for Island Fights, some really good fights.
Yeah, I love Stanley. He's always game to fight whoever, whenever, however. Doesn't matter if it's kickboxing, boxing, MMA.
Right.
He loves it all, and he's always down to fight. He comes in shape. He's a giant, so he's fun to have on the shows. For sure.
Adonis, who's someone in the UFC or even Bellator, something of like a professional that you really can mirror your game with?
Say that again. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
No problem. Who's like a professional fighter that you see yourself a lot in?
I really think I strike very similar to Israel Adesanya. Very calculated, and just pick your shot. I pick my shots like he does. So yeah.
Is he? That's a good one.
Yeah.
Same to you, Ant. And what's a fighter that you kind of mirror yourself with?
Man, honestly, I'm like, can I get like a mixture?
Yep. It's your show, man. We're just living in it.
I'll base me on Khabib. I'm definitely more a Khabib fighter for sure.
So, Devin, you just matched up Israel Adesanya and Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Hey, doesn't get no better than that.
I love it, man. Guys, I appreciate you both coming on. Like I said, we're going to keep it rolling. All right. I think we got 2 more fighters coming in soon. But, man, it's like 9 days away. Stay healthy. Have a good weight cut and all that. We'll see you guys out there. All right.
Thank you.
Awesome, man. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, appreciate you.
All right, man. Dang, Dev. Woof.
We're a little further than 9 days out for them. We're 9 days out for Icon, but
Oh, yeah.
yeah, they're like 18 days or something like that.
I'm a Icon I'm on the mind right now, you know?
Yeah, you talking to all those guys, huh?
Yeah, we did. Honestly, to kind of pull the curtain back, we just talked to Ravon Baxter this morning. That's going to drop tomorrow. Dude, that's a good one. He is very good on the mic. His story's really good, man. He actually he told me a story about like why he got into fighting and someone died during a brawl, like a fight, like, you know, on the streets, like when you're teenagers, you and a buddy would fight another buddy or whatever, and it got out of hand and someone pulled out a gun and someone got killed, one of his best buddies. And he said, like, ever since then, he kind of does, you know, mixed martial arts, helped him kind of get on the skinny narrow and kind of got him out of that a little bit and used his fighting kind of towards good. So it's pretty wild. It caught me off guard. It's, you know.
Alexander Shink is actually the one who put me on Ravon Baxter.
He said that.
Yeah. We were looking for an 85er, and Xander messaged, and he said that guy's the one. So
he's the one.
Yeah, I sent him a message. He said he's gonna be in a. Xander said he'd be exciting every time he fought. From what the research I've done on him, that kid is exciting. Good striker. It's gonna be a fun fight between him and Alan St. Gelaeus. So
I cannot wait. That's a great fight. Talking about another one. You ready, Dev? I think this is one of the best amateur fighters going right now. Will be pro very, very soon. I'm talking about my main man, Jacob Brown. Look at that. I even cherried him in and not working. 2020, man.
Yeah.
Let's see. Jacob is a stud. What was it? It was 2 island fights ago. He was the main event. Him and Eddie Price.
Eddie, yeah.
That was a great fight.
February.
Sheena Star says if they need a good cut man, I know someone.
Oh, I'll get with their manager. He's from right down the road.
Let's see if Jacob tries to come on. But that was a great fight, Brown and Eddie. Throw me out through what's another fight that hoping. Oh, one of our absolute favorites, Devin. You ready?
I'm ready.
Anson, how you doing, my man?
Hey, what's going on, guys? How y'all doing? What's up, Devin?
Doing good, Anson. Just sold a table for you to somebody. So,
did you?
Yeah, somebody hit me up, said they want to see Anson fight. So we'll see who it is.
All right, good. There'll be more coming.
Yeah,
I love it.
How y'all doing? Hey,
good, man. Good, my man. I think Jake is good.
David Van Auken, the parlay master.
Hey, three fight parlays in a row, man. I'm just sending money out. I'm just trying to give the world money. That's all I'm doing.
You're trying to help out the working class.
Hey, man, I'm definitely a grinder for sure. Ask Devin about it, man. I'm working day in, day out. I don't sleep. You can't sleep in the game. That's for real.
Respect the grind.
that is true.
Jacob, how you doing, my man? Seriously, one of the best amateur fighters, not even in Florida, on this goddamn planet. Jacob, man, we can't see you. Can't wait for you to turn pro, but you got one more big one, right?
Yeah, this is everything goes good. It's supposed to be the last one. Yep.
Okay.
These two are both coming off victories over Eddie Price, and to me, Eddie Price he's a good friend of mine, but he's one that's going to go a long way as well. So
That's that's dude, man.
he may have lost
Yeah, he's tough
too, but that dude's very tough. So, Anson, have you, off of watching his fight with Jacob and then fighting Eddie, how do you think this fight's going to go?
I did watch the fight with Jacob a bunch of times, obviously, because that was the, most recent one he had before I fought him. And And honestly, I think he got a lot better since he fought Jacob to when I fought him. I mean, I looked for a lot of things. I saw some patterns and stuff that he was doing in that fight with Jacob, and he came out a totally different fighter. His stand up was so crisp. I mean, he looked a lot different. So we'll see. I mean, Jacob looked pretty good, you know, but Jacob took him to decision, and I finished him in the first round. And I know that MMA math doesn't work that great, but I mean, I'm gonna believe in it.
Hey, sometimes you got to believe in whatever there is there, you know.
Yeah,
You do.
but all
We
respect
got
to
someone
Jacob,
else
though,
that
man.
wants
I mean,
to come
he's
on too that you guys might know. You ready?
Yeah.
yeah, let's do it. Oh, Dean, we got the
Dean
boss
Cole.
in the house.
Everybody in the-
Somebody was being all loud. Is that you, Devin?
Who's loud?
I get yelled at all the time for yelling, so it's probably me.
Hey man, me and Dean Tool are beefing. Because if y'all remember on a live stream, he told me that he hopes that I lose my next fight.
Dang, that's
Really,
cold.
Dean,
Yeah.
is this true, my man? Is this true? Dean never roots for a fighter, man.
This is
Dean
true.
is 50-50 always.
True. I hope he loses.
I told him that his beard was fake and he got mad about that.
Dang.
Beard was fake.
Yeah.
That's like your. I don't got nothing bad to say, man. No alcohol. No alcohol tonight.
Oh my goodness, you guys are going crazy here.
We're just matching fights.
But D man, tell me that these aren't two just phenomenal amateur fighters in front of you. Anson and Jacob, both gonna, to me, definitely big pro careers in front of them.
Yeah. Hanson's gonna whoop Jacob, so that's my guy.
I'd have to say I gotta agree with him, man.
No, I'm excited to watch this fight. 100%. I'm always excited to watch Jacob. 100%. We watched, Anson and Columbus is the first time I've seen you fight, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So, it was super impressive. That's what we're doing now at Island Fights. Along now that, Devin's full time with us, is we put on the best fights you could put on, amateur, pro, whatever. We don't care where you live, where you're from. We don't ask you to sell a ticket. We don't care what you do on that. If you sell tickets, great. If you don't, great. We just want you to come here. We provide a platform for you so you can potentially make it to the next level, fight on UFC Fight Pass, and get to the UFC. So we're putting on the best guys in the country, let them fight each other on our show, and that's what we're doing. So I'm excited to have both of these guys on the card. Excited to be on this wonderful show with this amazing backdrop.
Yeah, it does look good. No, I'm excited to fight Jacob. I mean, look, Jacob's got tons of fights, man. He's got 10 amateur fights or something. So, I mean, the guy's legit. The guy's obviously a real fighter's fighter. I mean, I'd rather be fighting him than doing some of these guys. You don't know if they're going to show up. You don't know if they're going to get scared or get hurt. There's always something going on. But with the guy, whenever you're lined up to fight a guy like Jacob Brown, you're in for a fight. You know he's going to show up. So all I got to do is just make sure I'm ready and I show up prepared and give it my best the night of,
Thank you, man. Like, I'm not taking this fight light at all. Like, we've watched fights. He's pretty technical. He knows what he comes from a good. But I can guarantee that I don't come from a big. Me and my coach train in his house, but I'm gonna be a step ahead.
Wow, I cannot wait. Like, this is the fight. Like, Devin told me, like I said, 4 or 5 fights. We just talked to Adonis, which was fight. Dev, what's a couple other ones? But when you told me that Jacob and Anson was going out, I was like, that's it. Like, the event is sold. If you want to see one of the, if not the best amateur fight going, that's it right there.
I mean, if you watched Eddie Price versus Jacob, that was one of the best amateur fights I've seen,
That was a good fight.
I think
It's a good question by Sheena Stark. How can we
you can watch live in person, Sheena?
Live and in person, Pensacola, Florida.
Hey, shout out Sheena Starr.
Yeah, she's cool, man. She's underneath that Fight Bananas family, man.
Hillary Clinton is a cunt.
That's true, too. Don't say it too loud, though. We might not make it to the show.
Right?
I got to get back to matching fights. Let Devin take over here. But I forgot this was live.
Hey, Icon looks sick, Dean.
I thought this was pre-recorded.
This is as live can be, man. We're in
Well,
200
yeah, I'm gonna
countries
exit
right
on
now.
that note. But I love all you guys. You know, I wish both you guys the best. So see you then.
Hey, we'll see you.
All right,
guys.
Dean. Have a
Later,
good one, man. Appreciate you. That's the heavy. That's the boss right there.
Yeah, that's the heavy hitter.
But you can tell, like, he messes around with Jacob a little bit, but you can tell he really respects both you guys, and he knows that you guys
Yeah,
put
yeah.
on a hell of a show, you know?
He cares about his fighters.
For sure. Any last things from either one of you guys?
Looking forward to it, man. Jacob, nice to meet you, buddy. And I guess I'll see you October 3rd.
Sir, nice to meet you. October 3rd. We're going to see a knockout. Stay tuned for that.
Whew. All right, boys. Be good, man. Be healthy. Have a good weight cut. We'll see both you guys soon, all right?
All right. Thanks.
Later, man. Later, Jacob. Whoo! Devin. What are we doing here, man?
I don't know. That's just only part of what we got going on. Like I told you, I got 12 main events.
I feel like this card is better than UFC Vegas 8.
Wait, which one was that?
The
Is that
the
with
one
the
before
cross off?
Frankie.
Okay.
The Frankie card was pretty good,
Yeah.
but that main event was great. But other than that, but man, like you said, it's gonna be a hell of a show. It's a packed house. We had Tim Hester come on, but we had the 5. 5 is as big as we can do. We've never done 5. I don't know where the amateur guys are in that area. Oh, Sheena. Oh, Tim Hester's got something for you guys. My first pro fight needs to be an icon.
If he keeps it up, I'm sure we can make it happen.
Oof, there you go. We're making professionals now.
Dean says Tim Hester's his guy. So
Wow. I love, for one, anyone that has the confidence to call out SD Dumas after a fight. Like, he has it. He has a little something. SD, the toughest guy probably in the building that night, other than me. But other than that, you know, he went right after him. So I really like that. I respect that a lot.
Oh, for sure. It was a little early in his career. I think he can still improve, and talking with his coaches, you know, they have a plan for him, and it was a little early, but he knew what he wanted to do. He knew what he wants, you know,
Right.
and where he wants to go. And there's only one way to do it, and that's by calling out the best.
Right.
And Dumas has been the best in this area for a long time.
And just staying active. Just someone that wants to fight in every 4 weeks, every 3 weeks, every 7 weeks, whatever it is. It seems like he wants a fight, a legit big fight every opportunity that it can come. So I'm pumped, man. Gosh, we didn't even talk to Adonis for that long because it was at the beginning. We had stuff rolling, but yeah, I've been hearing the same things that Alexander Shank just won the last main event at Island Fights. And we love Alexander. I actually just was talking to him. He's a little tied up right now, but we'll probably get him when they're closer to the show. And everyone's telling us that Adonis is right there with Alexander, and maybe even a brighter future. So that's just unbelievable.
Dean's making sure I can be in here checking my temperature.
Good. We don't want none of that stuff, man. We
98.
all COVID. We're COVID free here.
Say that again, Dave.
I said we're all COVID free here. You know.
Oh, for sure.
For sure. Let me see a couple more comments. Truth. Oh yeah, that's probably the Adonis Alexander Shank.
Yeah.
Eric Holt. Yeah, we got
Najee Blackwell wanted to fight.
Ooh.
Real bad too. Unfortunately, Najee is in the military, and right now he's in Alaska, and it's hard for him to travel, especially during COVID time.
Right.
If they would have let him come, he was coming. We tried to do that on the last show, but it just didn't work out. But Najee's another one that I keep hearing about over and over again, and I'd love to have him on a card soon. So,
Scott Farley, Devin Adams. Devin, does it, when you kind of hear the name over and over again for a couple months, do you get more excited for it, or is it a little bit of like, okay, guys, we've heard it enough? Like until I see it, I kind of am a little bit turned off on it.
No, I get excited about everybody. Everybody that gets brought to me, I want to see what they can do, how we can build them, and bring them to the next level. To me, it's not just about putting on the show. It's about finding the guys that are going to make it, you know, and helping them as best as we can. There's no sense in having overmatched fights and short fights. Yeah, the first round knockout is fine if it happens, but I'd rather see 3-round wars, between these guys that are evenly matched and pushing the envelope
Right.
between themselves,
Like an Eddie Price versus Jacob Brown.
Yeah.
We mentioned probably 6 or 7, high-end names on this, Dev. What's a name on Island Fight 64 that we haven't mentioned yet that's like you got to keep your eye on him or her?
That's a high-end name or somebody that's kind of under the radar?
Under the radar.
Well, this fight, they're high-end to me, but like Juan Alvarez, he doesn't have the best record, but he's probably the best around. That's Dean's favorite, one of Dean's favorites too. Juan Alvarez is the most athletic. He's very respectful.
The most potential.
As Dean says, the most potential out of anybody in this area, including Dumas. He's the man. But he's got a tough fight on his hands fighting Joe Ham, who is also kind of under the radar,
Wait. Joe Ham is fighting Juan Alvarez?
Joe Ham's fighting Juan Alvarez. That's going to be the most and really it's all right. It's the main event.
Fights that need to happen as amateurs so they can prepare themselves for the pros.
Can you hear Dean?
We can. Dean can just come on the show. I think he has access.
Dean, come jump on the casting couch, bro.
Joe Ham versus Juan is that is an absolute insane fight.
How do we do this?
Right there, perfect.
But yeah, Juan and Joe Ham is going to be an incredible fight. It's going to be a challenge for both of them.
Right.
I think Joe's the kind of fighter that not everyone has seen before, So good striking, strong, massive. He looks like he's 200 pounds at 155 pounds. And then Juan, just the athlete that he is, he's fought as low as 45 and even higher at 70. He's fought a couple times. So we're looking forward to that one. And I think it's the main event. So.
Well, those are the fights that need to happen as amateurs to prepare yourself for a professional. Too many times, a lot of coaches it's too big of an emphasis on wins and losses for amateurs when that does not matter. Like Brock Weaver, perfect example, had a less than 500 amateur record, made it to the UFC. Juan Alvarez, win or loses against Joe Ham, doesn't matter. His record is a perfect example because I guarantee you he'll be one of the biggest stars ever to come out of the whole Southeast period. He has that much potential, but he doesn't have a great record, but he's taking these type of fights. These are the fights that need to happen. Anson versus Jacob need to happen. Eddie Price versus Jacob needed to happen. Like Taylor White, Macy Rowe, those fights need to happen on the amateur scene to prepare yourself to become a professional. A lot of other cards are different. You have people with really bad records fighting really good people, and they're never getting tested. And then when it's time to get tested, they're out super quick.
Right.
Super quick. It's over that quick. So you got to do this now. Wins and losses don't mean shit at all. Fight the best people you can fight as an amateur. Test yourself. Know where you stand. You got to gauge yourself. So this is sparring in front of a crowd and working on what you've been working on with your coaches in the gym against high-level opposition. And if you come out victorious, then you know exactly what you're in for when you turn pro and then when you make it to the next level. The fights when you turn pro should be easier than the fights you're taking as an amateur.
Facts. Absolute facts. Wait, Devin, you mentioned you won 145. He's fighting 155 up to 170. What do you think is the ideal weight for Juan to fight at going forward?
I like him at 55 for now. Maybe when he goes pro, try to do 45 again, but he's a good sized fella. To try to make 45 he works full time too. So to try to make 45 working full time without a nutritionist, like he was doing it the best way he knew how, but he can do more,
Right.
Pro, when he's training full time and has a nutritionist, has people that are doing things for him, which he will have through sponsorships and on all that. he'll be fine at 45 too.
John Connor said no one's giving me a chance. I'm gonna prove all you wrong.
John, I sent you a link. Hop on with us.
Hop on, John. I'm gonna put both of you guys on the spot. Dean White just mentioned Taylor and Macy. Devin, you were telling me about Kayla, who just won a couple of weeks ago up there in the Panhandle. Is there any female fights going to be on October 3rd?
I was working on Griffin Fisk, but she's decided she's going to go pro too. So
really,
I missed her on this one, but she'll be making that leap soon to the pro cards.
And we saw that Naomi Young just picked up a fight too down here in Tampa, I think.
Yeah, I was working on something for her too, but she got something down south. Which, hey, these girls, they need to take pretty much whatever they can get at this point, you know.
Right. Crazy, man. I cannot wait. Icon Fighting Federation next Thursday live on UFC Fight Pass. I think we're going to go over 5 million views. That's what I'm thinking.
For Icon,
Yeah.
that's a little low.
You're probably right. The card is so damn stacked. Like there's literally 4 or 5 fights. Could be a main event for UFC Fight Pass, and there's 4 or 5 fights that winner goes to the UFC. Like there's no just messing around. We're literally creating UFC stars. But I think you guys are freezing up on us. I think we did it. We got you back a little bit. But then October 3rd is Island Fights. Someone's coming on. They said here we go. Let's see who it is, Dev.
What's going on, guys?
What's up, bro? How you doing, my man?
Do I have better reception than the last time?
You do. You sound great right now. You look and sound great, my man.
Awesome. Yeah, I got that fight against Charles Brown, and I know nobody's giving me a chance because he's a great boxer, but y'all are in for a real big surprise. I think it's going to be the longest fight of the night. It's 6 rounds, 3 minutes apiece of boxing. And is that right, Devin?
Yep, that's right.
Yeah. I asked for 5, and his coach said, "What about 6?" And I said, "Well, why the hell not?" So,
right.
He's a great boxer, and my strong point is grappling. But if you've never watched me fight before, then you know it's going to be a treat for sure. I have a lot of respect for Charles, but I did this for a specific reason. I injured myself about a month and a half ago. I hurt my ribs pretty good.
Ironically, you hurt your ribs.
Yeah, and I was supposed to fight Carl Black, and he dropped out because he hurt his ribs. Well, I hurt my ribs, and I thought that this was a great opportunity to show everybody, even if you're hurt, if you want it enough, that you can do it. And I'm here to prove a lot of people wrong that night, and that's what it's all about. It's not about winning or losing. It's about proving to everyone that if you really want to do something, that you can put your mind to it, that you can accomplish it. And that's what it's all about.
That's awesome, John, man. We can't wait. We've been hearing about this fight probably for almost 2 months, Dev. Good big boxing. How many boxing matchups are there on the show?
I think I got like 4 boxing matches total right now.
Okay. What's up, Tim? You hear me well, man?
Yeah, man. I was trying to fix this shit.
Man, it's all good, brother. 2020, we getting through it. We're getting through it.
Yes, sir.
Man, so I don't know if you heard, man. Devin Adams was saying a lot of great things about you. They can't wait for your future, man. You just keep on building on your success. We love it.
Oh yeah, one day at a time, man. I appreciate that. I love fighting for Island Fights. That's my favorite promotion.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. They do it right. It's all about the fighters. It's all about making fighters go whether you want to go professional, UFC, whatever it is. That's what they do.
Yeah.
So, John, after the boxing, you were saying you better grapple. You want to go back to MMA?
I've actually retired from MMA. The reason why I got hurt is I got picked up and slammed on my ribs, and that was the 3rd time that I hurt my ribs in the same place and everything.
Right.
So I'm walking away from that, and it's going to be mainly boxing and kickboxing from now on.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, it's
And
going to
then,
be great. But I'm
yeah,
going
man,
to
we
head on to
appreciate you.
work. I'm going to head on to work, guys. Thank y'all so much for having me on and everything. And thank you, Devin, for setting it up.
Oh, for sure.
Evan. Thank you, John. We'll see you then, man. October 3rd. Here we go. So, Tim, man, October 3rd, back underneath the Island Fights lights. Pretty big one, man. A big test in front of you.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. We've been training hard, getting after it in the gym. My coach, Joe, he's actually fighting for Bellator October 15th. So he's in a hard training camp as well. So all of us are sparring hard, getting ready for it.
Gotcha, man. It's awesome. It's hard to hear you, Tim. It's kind of coming in and out, but we heard Bellator, your coach, Joseph, on the 15th. We can't wait to see you on the 3rd. Big things, Tim. We can't wait. We'll see you out there weigh-ins in the 3rd. All right, my man?
Yeah.
My brother.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, I was
Devin, man.
talking to his coach, Joseph Creer, yesterday, and he was telling me he had signed for his fight. So I think that can only benefit everybody coming from that gym to have him in a camp also. So I think that's gonna be incredible to see how they come out now.
Right.
They have the shape that they're in, because Joseph Creer is a high level 185er so in Bellator.
Absolutely. And like you said, I liked how you said about Cam and Joseph. Last time at the show, I think they had 4 or 5 fights, and I think they won 3 or 4 of them. Like they were like 80, 85%. They don't lose a lot. You know what I mean? On the amateur level, you know how important and how vital coaching is at that level. It can go a far way, a good cornerman.
Oh, 100%. If your corner silent, sitting there not telling you anything, it could change the fight completely. But if you have somebody that's sitting out there and they see what you can't see, and they're telling you what to do, or in between rounds making changes, that changes everything in a fight.
Right.
You can go from losing the first round to winning the next 2 rounds and win the fight, or even get a knockout or submission in the next round.
Yeah, we can hear Jacob. Jacob, I'm sending you the link right now.
I can never hear Jacob ever.
Are you really?
He's too quiet. Doesn't do enough push-ups.
Wow. I'm sorry, Jacob, that they're this way to you. We can't talk about him and not give him his opportunity to communicate back to us. So let me see if I can make this work. Ooh. All right. Just send it to Jacob Kilburn. Imagine how funny would it be if he came on and we had we pranked him into telling him that he has a UFC fight again. Oh, he's probably hated me right now so much. He's hated me. Keep your eyes on me. I'm heading to the top. Dude, Tyler, man, hit me up on Instagram at David Van Auken. I'll send you a link right now. Hop on. I've seen you in the comments. Devin, who's Tyler fighting?
Tyler is fighting it's a guy, Roman Corona. He's a guy. So Tyler's 17 years old.
Wow.
Blue belt in jiu-jitsu. Very talented kid. I've been trying to find something for him for a while. It was combat jiu-jitsu, but I guess he's ready to make the leap to MMA. So we're going to jump right into it.
Oh, the Waymaker.
Wow. Well, show's over now. I'll do the talking from here. You guys just
there goes all the viewers.
Yep.
Have a water break or
see you guys.
Hey, what if I missed? What all fights have you guys talked about?
Well, we haven't talked about Xander very much. You want to talk about Xander?
Guy's terrible. Just no, he's we got a lot of good guys. Xander's one of them. Talented wrestler, decorated amateur karate background, brings a weird style that is super well-rounded and really athletic. Him and Adonis are real similar in that aspect that, that they have some skills that a lot of people don't have, and they have good fight IQ. And if both of them just realized how good they were and saw the potential that I see in them, then yeah, they would be murdering everybody in 30 seconds.
But
So we
Yeah,
told
man.
Adonis that you said that he was better than Xander and was going to go further. He acted a little surprised.
oh yeah, I mean, he's way better than Xander, man. Xander sucks. He's and even better than him is a guy named George, and even better than. I'm just joking. They're all good, man. They're all different and like you watch them in practice, and then like one sparring session it'll go like one guy's way, and then they'll grapple, and the other one will get him back, and then they like take turns winning in jiu-jitsu and in striking and in wrestling, and they're like really good for each other. So you just kind of pick the week at who's better. Sometimes it's Adonis, sometimes it's Xander. It just they go back and forth. So
Real quick, Blake said this was a pretty good episode. Blake, I've never heard a bad Fight Bananas podcast episode ever. So get your mind right, Blake. We coming with it always.
Speaking of Dave, speaking of Blake Singley,
yeah.
So recently Blake Anthony has returned to the gym with Blake Singley, and an issue I've been having is Blake Anthony's the Island Fights 145-pound champion. Well, I have a couple number one contender fights on the show for the Island Fights 145 championship. So if I can get Blake Anthony back in the ring soon, let's do it.
Wow. So funny. We talked to Tyler. Real last thing before we get Tyler on. Jacob, I do want to say something, man. So yesterday I saw your Instagram stories. They're like a little video of one. I usually love 99% of the things that comes out of your mouth. But I love like the message you were saying about kind of in a weird way, work in silence, train in silence.
Right.
You don't need to be as flashy. But every time you're showing yourself on the phone, that arm was looking big, Jacob. You at 170, 185? You coming? Where's your weight at?
Man, I just talked to Dean on the phone today. I'm 162, but I'm lifting at ATT 3 days a week, and the other 3 days a week I'm lifting at my apartment complex. So, I'm doing my own thing 3 days a week, and then 3 days a week I'm having other people lead me through workouts.
Ask him how was that?
That's what he's talking about. Dean wants to know how your morning inspirational phone call went.
Fantastic. Lit a fire under my butt all day. You should turn the phone around and let me see Dean.
I don't. Well, he walked away now.
Yeah, no, Dean's not there. He's in Biloxi.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you want to see? There. Do you want the result of Dean's work on me, Dave? You were there.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Oh no. There we go.
That's from playing around on the scooters too much.
What's up, Tyler? How you doing, my man?
How you doing?
Good, man. Devin Adams, Jacob Killer Kilburn, UFC. Tyler, how you doing, boy?
I'm good. Training hard, working hard. Ready to make my debut.
We can't wait, man. We hear a lot of great things about you, my man.
I appreciate that. I've been training almost my entire life. Jiu-jitsu. Finally, being able to step into the MMA world and showcase what I've been training for.
Love it.
Yeah, it's kind of it's a big step for me because I've been wanting to fight for a pretty long time since I was about 15. I finally get the opportunity to. So I want to thank Devin for trying to find me matches because I know it's been kind of rough with finding other 16-year-olds. So.
And real quick, and Tyler, your the connection's a little soft, but real quick, I do want Jacob Kilburn to Jacob, what do you say to a 17-year-old, someone who's been training, someone who's about to have their first amateur fight? You went through amateur, you went through professional, you went regional, UFC Fight Pass, you fought on the biggest stage in UFC. Hopefully going to fight very, very soon in Fight Island and get your passport ready. So what would you say to a kid like Tyler?
That you should enjoy the ring time and pace yourself. And that's when you're going to learn the most is in your competitions, not the practice room. Just because the pace is different and, so when you fight, a lot of guys have the tendency to come out way too hard, way too fast. And the fight's over in like 60 seconds. And there's nothing wrong with getting a quick finish, but pace yourself and use
that as a learning opportunity. A lot of guys make stupid mistakes. They come out too hard. They'll slip and fall down, or they'll burn themselves out. Just they'll hold their breath, or they'll flex and swing as hard as they. Just stay calm and treat it like just another day of practice. Just a lot of guys burn themselves out, and even if they don't burn themselves out, their fight's over so fast that they really didn't learn anything from the match, which defeats the purpose of amateurs anyway. So relax and remember to have fun and just take it one sequence at a time and don't come out too hard.
I heard that. I appreciate it. Thank you.
That's awesome, man. Like,
oh, my phone's the attractiveness is it's too much right now.
wow. Tyler, that's Dean Toole. I don't know if you ever met or seen Dean Toole. He's the boss. He's the heavy.
I've heard of him. Yeah, no, he's pretty awesome.
Now, sitting next to him.
Oh, man. But Tyler, dude, we're going to let you run real quick, all right, my man? I appreciate you. We'll get you on again, all right? We'll see you out there October 3rd, all right?
That's good. Thank you.
Later. Thanks, Tyler. So, now Dean jumped. I thought we were going to get a one-on-one with Dean Toole and Jacob Kilburn. I want to hear some of this inspiration that Dean has.
No, all he does is call and yell at me and say a bunch of mean things. And then,
Everything that you could do better.
Not true, man. Talk about somebody that loves somebody. That's yeah, I love that guy. He's one of the few friends I have that people that will tell you that, like, don't sugarcoat anything. It's impossible to have a big head when you're friends with Dean Toole, because he will just remind you of reality. And even just today, like, hey, no matter what you're doing, it's not enough. There's always somebody working harder than you. That's great. Okay, what are you doing right now? That's good. It's good to have people like that.
110%.
And he applies that same thing to his life. That's why he doesn't sleep.
Right, like, it doesn't matter how many shows I've done or how many shows I do in a week or the background or the mic arm or the light. It doesn't matter. Every single time Dean has a constructive criticism, and I love it. I think it's got me to the point where I'm at. You know what I mean? It's if someone says, "Oh, it was a good job," and never teaches me to get this beautiful cell phone light that my face glows, or a beautiful mic arm that helps it. Little things like that, little things that help the show. He always connects me to whoever I need to talk to. He's like, not a lot of people can take constructive criticism, but when you get it from people that have been through it and trying to help you, they're trying to build you the best way they can. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty good to have that guy in your corner.
I usually call him and give him his motivational talks in the mornings.
Who's giving him the tough love talks? Who's doing that? Is that Devin?
Yeah, it's usually me.
That, or it's his son.
Dean said God also.
Hey, man. I like it. That's what I sent him the little, I reacted to his Instagram story because I liked it.
I actually wait till the morning to do that.
I don't remember what it said now, but
He said he'll look himself in the mirror and give himself a pep talk sometimes too.
Wow. Unbelievable. Well, Jacob, man, we appreciate you always. We're going to have you on the show really, really soon. Just you and I talking about a future upcoming combat event that people can see you all over the world. All right?
It's allegedly. Yeah.
All right, brother. Thank you, man. We'll see. Are you coming out there October 3rd if you're not fighting?
I mean, yeah, that's the plan. But I guess we'll see. So, yeah.
Sounds good. Much love, brother. Appreciate you. Dev, that was 49 minutes and 40 seconds of complete, great content that we just on a 15-minute phone call made it happen.
Yeah. Sometimes things just happen that way.
That's life. Man, always appreciate you. Always love talking to you. I'll be up there in 8 days in Biloxi, and then I'm going to make a U-turn, go home, work a little bit, kiss some babies, and then drive back up October 3rd, Saturday, Pensacola, Island Fight 64. Look at those beautiful palm trees in the background. I love it.
Gonna be a show. Don't
We
want to miss
can't
it.
wait, man. Well, Deb, man, appreciate you. We'll talk soon. We'll have some more fighters on maybe the week of or the weekend before, all right?
Sounds good.
All right, brother. Later, guys. Appreciate everyone for staying with us.